Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once: greatness ain't given, it's taken. Nobody's handing out crowns. Nobody's just giving you respect. You want it, you got to snatch it. You got to fight for it, bleed for it, sweat for it, because the world don't owe you a thing. They'll tell you to wait your turn. They'll tell you to stay in line. But champions don't wait. Champions take what's theirs. See, the weak hope for opportunities. The strong create them. The ordinary ask for permission. The extraordinary take IT. Greatness is a battle, and only warriors win it. Not just with fists, not just with strength, but with will, with fire, with something deep in your soul that says, I refuse to lose. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you arrogant. But let me tell you something that ain't arrogance if you back it up. When you put in the work, when you make the sacrifices, when you refuse to quit, they don't get to decide if you're great, you do. Greatness ain't for the lazy. It ain't for the weak-hearted. It's for the ones who rise before the sun, who push past the pain, who laugh in the face of doubt. You want to be great? You got to demand it. You got to take it. You got to own it. Because at the end of the day, the world remembers the ones who took what was theirs. Greatness isn't given. It must be taken. Nobody's going to hand you greatness. No one is going to walk up, tap you on the shoulder, and say, here, you've earned this. That's not how the world works. If you want greatness, you have to take it. Look at history. Look at the champions, the legends, the names that will never be forgotten. They weren't given their place. They took it. They fought for it. They bled for it. They pushed through every obstacle, ignored every doubter, and refused to be denied. You think success cares how badly you want it. It doesn't. Only rewards those who go out and claim it with their effort, their discipline, their relentless drive. Most people wait. They wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, the perfect conditions. But greatness doesn't wait. It belongs to those who chase it, those who demand it, those who refuse to stop until they get it. You have to work harder than everyone else. You have to sacrifice more than anyone is willing to. You have to believe in yourself when nobody else does. Because at the end of the day, the world won't remember the ones who have potential but never acted. It will remember the ones who stepped up, put in the work, and took what was theirs. So don't wait. Don't ask. Don't hope. Decide. Take action. No one is handing out success. You have to earn it. Success isn't some free gift wrapped up nicely and waiting for you to open it. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not luck. It's not something somebody's just going to give you because you asked nicely. If you want success, you have to go out and take it. You have to grind for it, sweat for it, and sometimes even suffer for it. The world is full of people waiting for a lucky break, waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to come along and help them out. But guess what? The ones who win don't wait their work. You see, nobody's going to wake up one morning and decide to hand you your dreams. Nobody's going to call you up and say, hey, I noticed you sitting there. Here's everything you ever wanted. That's not how the game works. The ones who make it, they put in the hours when no one's watching. They stay late. They wake up early. They practice when they're tired, and they push when it hurts. They don't expect rewards. They earn them. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what excuses the world gives you. The only thing that matters is whether or not you're willing to fight for what you want. Success is out there, but only the hungry ones will get it. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Go take what's yours. Champions create opportunities instead of waiting for them. A champion doesn't sit around hoping for a lucky break. A champion doesn't wait for someone to notice them. They go out and make things happen. Too many people waste their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the right connections, waiting for someone to open a door for them. But the truth is that moment may never come. That door. It might stay locked forever, unless you kick it down yourself. Champions don't wait for permission. They don't wait for an invitation. They create their own stage, write their own script, and make their own way. Think about the greatest warriors, the greatest athletes, the greatest leaders. They weren't just lucky. They weren't handed a golden ticket. They took risks. They made bold moves. They saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. When others see a wall, champions see a challenge to break through. When others see failure, champions see a lesson. When others wait for an opportunity, champions create one. You have two choices: sit back and hope, or step up and take control. The world doesn't belong to the ones who wait. It belongs to the ones who duo. You must be willing to fight, bleed, and sweat for your dreams. Dreams don't come easy. They don't come cheap. If you want something bad enough, you have to be ready to suffer for it. Everyone wants success until they see the price tag. They want the glory, the recognition, the rewards, but are they willing to pay the cost? Are they willing to push through the pain, the struggle, the setbacks? That's where the real test begins. You see, life is a fight. Every dream worth having comes with a battle. You will get knocked down. You will face rejection. You will go through moments when everything in you screams to quit. But a champion keeps going. A champion is willing to bleed for it. It's easy to work when you're fresh, when everything's going your way. But what about when you're exhausted? When your body aches? When doubt creeps in? That's when champions are made. They don't stop when they're tired. They stop when they've won. You want to be great? You have to be willing to give everything. Sweat through the struggle. Bleed through the pain. Fight through the fear. Because when you refuse to back down, when you push beyond your limits, that is, when dreams become reality, no shortcuts, no excuses, just relentless effort. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? Society will tell you to wait, but winners don't wait. Society has rules, unwritten rules that keep people in line. Be patient. Wait your turn. Stay in your lane. They'll tell you that success comes if you're just polite enough, if you just follow the process, if you just wait long enough. But let me tell you something, winners don't wait, winners take. If you listen to society, you'll spend your whole life waiting for permission to be great. You'll wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect opportunity until one day you wake up and realize you've been waiting your whole life. And for what? The ones who win, the ones who rise to the top, don't ask for permission. They don't sit around hoping for their time to come. They make their own time. They force the world to notice them. They step up, they take risks, and they refuse to let someone else dictate their destiny. History doesn't remember the people who waited. It remembers the ones who saw an opening and seized it. The ones who knocked down doors when they weren't invited in. The ones who ignored the rules, pushed through the doubt, and made their own way. So the next time someone tells you to be patient, ask yourself how many champions got to the top by waiting? None. You want it. Go get it. Strength alone doesn't make you great, willpower does. You can have all the strength in the world. You can be the biggest, the fastest, the most talented. But without willpower, you will never be great because strength fades. Talent can fail you, but willpower. That's what keeps you standing when everything else is falling apart. See, strength is what gets you started, but willpower is what keeps you going when the pain kicks in, when the odds are stacked against you, when everything in you screams to quit. Look at the greatest champions, the legends, the ones who defied expectations. It wasn't just muscle, speed, or skill that made them great. It was their refusal to break, their refusal to quit when they were beaten down, their ability to dig deeper, to push past the pain, to keep moving forward when everyone else would have stopped. Willpower is the fire inside you that says, I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care how impossible this looks, I will not stop. You can train your body, you can sharpen your skills, but if your mind isn't stronger than your circumstances, you'll never make it. Because greatness isn't just about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you keep fighting when everything is against you. So when the world doubts you, when the pain sets in, when the road gets tough, remember this: strength is temporary, but willpower is forever. And that's what makes a champion. Confidence isn't arrogance if you back it up with work. People love to throw the word arrogant around when they see someone bold, someone who believes in themselves, someone who walks like they own the room. But let me tell you something, confidence is not arrogance when you've put in the work. See, arrogance is empty. It's all talk and no action. It's bragging about what you think you can do without ever proving it. But confidence comes from knowing what you're capable of because you've sacrificed, because you've trained, because you've bled for it. If you've put in the hours, if you suffer through the grind, if you've done the work that nobody sees, then why shouldn't you believe in yourself? If you know you're the best, why pretend to be anything less? Weak people want you to dim your light because it makes them uncomfortable. They'll say, be humble. But what they really mean is, don't make me feel small. They want you to shrink so they don't have to step up. But here's the truth, winners don't shrink. They don't apologize for believing in themselves. They don't downplay their greatness. They own it. So let them talk. Let them call you cocky. Let them call you arrogant. Just make sure that every word, every promise, every prediction, you back it up. Because when you win, when you dominate, when you prove every doubt or wrong, they won't call it arrogance anymore. They'll call it the truth. Hard work and sacrifice separate the great from the average. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants success, but the difference between the great and the average, hard work and sacrifice. The average person does just enough. They put in the minimum effort, just enough to get by. But the great ones, they go beyond. They put in extra hours when no one's watching. They train when others are resting. They study when others are sleeping. They do what others won't so they can have what others can't. But it's not just about working hard, it's about what you're willing to give up. Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for greatness? Are you willing to sacrifice time, sleep, distractions, and even relationships to chase your dream? Are you willing to suffer now so you can shine later? Because that's what it takes. Greatness isn't about luck. It's not about talent alone. It's about how much you're willing to give. You don't get to the top by doing what's convenient. You get there by pushing past exhaustion, by making choices that most people won't make. You have to choose your dream over distractions, over excuses, over temporary pleasures. The ones who rise, the ones who dominate, the ones whose names are remembered, they are the ones who gave more, who sacrificed more, who outworked everyone in the room. So when you look at someone who is great, don't envy them. Study them. Because behind every champion, behind every legend, there's a story of grit, sacrifice, and relentless work. And if you want to stand among them, you better be ready to pay the price. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Pain is part of the game. It's part of the journey. You will feel it. It will burn in your muscles. It will weigh on your mind. It will test your spirit. But here's the truth, pain is temporary. Quitting is permanent. You see, pain fades, the soreness goes away, the struggle passes, but the moment you quit, that stays with you. That regret, that what if that knowledge that you gave up when you had more to give, that's forever. Every champion, every legend, every great person has faced pain, physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain. They've been exhausted, broken, and doubted, but they kept going because they understood one thing: pain is just weakness leaving the body. It's just a test. The body will scream, stop. The mind will whisper, give up. The world will tell you it's too hard. But a champion says, I can take more. I will keep going. Think about the pain of pushing through, and then think about the pain of regret. One is temporary, over in a day, a week, a month. But the pain of quitting, that lasts a lifetime. So the next time you feel like stopping, the next time the struggle feels too much, remember this: the pain you feel now will be your strength tomorrow. But if you quit, that feeling will haunt you forever. Keep pushing, keep fighting, and when you reach the top, you'll know it was worth every ounce of pain. You must believe in yourself before anyone else does. Before the world sees you as a champion, before they respect you, before they cheer your name, you have to believe in yourself. Because in the beginning, nobody is going to believe in you. They won't see what you see. They won't understand the fire inside you. They'll doubt you. They'll laugh. They'll tell you to be realistic. But guess what? Their belief doesn't matter. Yours does. You have to believe when nobody claps for you. You have to believe when there's no spotlight, no recognition, no support. You have to believe when the road is lonely, when the results aren't showing, when the grind feels endless. Because if you don't believe, why should anyone else? The greatest in history, the legends, the icons, the ones who changed the game, they all had unshakable belief. They saw themselves as champions long before the world did. They spoke it, they walked it, they acted like it until it became reality. Belief isn't just thinking you can do something, it's knowing deep down that you will. It's waking up every day with the mindset of a champion. It's ignoring the noise, shutting out the doubt, and pushing forward when nobody understands your vision. So don't wait for the world to believe in you. Believe in yourself so strongly that the world has no choice but to catch up. Because once you really believe, nothing can stop you. The world only respects those who prove themselves. Talk is cheap. Promises mean nothing. You can say you're the best. You can say you deserve success. You can say you're going to be great. But until you prove it, the world won't care. Because the world doesn't respect words. It respects results. Nobody's going to hand you respect just because you want it. You have to earn it. You have to step into the arena, take the hits, rise through the struggle, and show them, not tell them, why you deserve to be at the top. You think legends became legends because people believed in them from the start? No, they had to prove it. They had to show up every day, outwork their competition, and dominate until nobody could deny them. The world will doubt you. It will challenge you. It will test you. People will question your talent, your work ethic, your ability. But instead of getting mad, instead of wasting energy trying to convince them, let your results do the talking. Success is the loudest response to doubt. Victory is the ultimate argument. You want respect. Earn it. You want recognition. Take it. You want the world to see you as great. Show them greatness every single day. Because in the end, the world doesn't care about excuses, dreams, or empty words. It only respects those who prove themselves. Lazy people will never touch greatness. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait. It doesn't come to those who sit back, take it easy, and hope for success to find them. Greatness belongs to the relentless, the disciplined, the ones who refuse to take shortcuts. Lazy people, they will never touch greatness. Because greatness requires work, real work, the kind of work that leaves you exhausted, the kind of work that tests your limits, the kind of work that demands everything you've got, and then some. Lazy people avoid that. They look for the easy way out. They want success without sacrifice, rewards without effort. But here's the truth. There is no easy way. There is no secret formula, no magic shortcut. Either you put in the work or you don't make it. Period. The great ones don't sleep in when they could be training. They don't quit when it gets hard. They don't wait for motivation. They get up and get it done no matter what. Lazy people make excuses. Champions make moves. Lazy people complain about how hard it is. Champions embrace the grind. Lazy people dream. Champions do. At the end of the day, success doesn't care how badly you want it. It only rewards those who earn it. And if you're not willing to outwork, outlast, and outfight everyone else, then don't expect greatness, because it will never belong to the lazy. Your legacy is built by the actions you take, not the words you say. Legacy isn't built on talk. It's not built on promises, wishes, or good intentions. Your legacy is built on what you do day in and day out. Anybody can say they want to be great. Anybody can talk about their dreams, their goals, and their plans. But in the end, words mean nothing if they aren't backed by action. The world doesn't remember what you said, it remembers what you did. Your legacy is the proof of your grind. It's the work you put in when no one's watching. It's the sacrifices you made, the challenges you overcame, the moments you could have quit but didn't. It's the battles you fought and won, not the ones you talked about. You can claim you're the best, but if you don't show up and prove it, the world won't care. You can say you want success, but if you don't put in the work, it's just noise. You can promise the world, but if you don't deliver, you'll be forgotten. Legends aren't made by their words. They're made by their discipline, their persistence, their hunger to do what others won't. They don't talk about what they're going to do, they do it. And they let the results speak for them. So ask yourself, when it's all said and done, will people remember what you said, or will they remember what you did? Because words fade, actions last forever. The world remembers the ones who take what is theirs. History doesn't remember the ones who waited. It doesn't remember the ones who asked nicely, who hoped, who hesitated. The world remembers the ones who stepped up, took action, and took what was theirs. Success is not given. Respect is not handed out. Greatness doesn't come from sitting back, waiting for permission. You have to take it. You have to claim it with your work, your discipline, and your unstoppable mindset. The ones who make history didn't wait for their moment, they created it. They weren't handed opportunities, they seized them. While others were waiting for approval, they were outworking, outlasting, and outfighting everyone in their way. Think about the greatest of all time, the champions, the leaders, the legends. Did they ask for success? No, they demanded it. They put themselves on the map. They made the world take notice. They refused to be ignored. The world doesn't remember the ones who almost made it. It doesn't remember the ones who had potential but never took action. It remembers the warriors, the grinders, the ones who knew what they were worth and went out and took IT. So if you want to be great, stop waiting, stop hoping, stop looking for permission. Step up, put in the work, and take what's yours. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember the ones who waited. It remembers the ones who took. Now is your time. Go take what's yours. Enough waiting. Enough doubting. Enough wishing. Now is the time to rise, the time to step up, put in the work, and claim what belongs to you. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to give you greatness. You have to take it. You have to fight for it, sweat for it, sacrifice for it, because that's what champions do. They don't wait. They don't ask. They don't back down. They push, they grind, and they dominate until the world has no choice but to recognize them. So go out there, be relentless, be unstoppable, be undeniable, because your moment isn't coming, it's here. And the only question left is, are you ready to take it?